Dari Chiwete on the line. He's MP for Sola Tuna Kaba and also member of the Assurances Committee of Parliament. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome to Eyewitness News.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm very well. So for those who do not understand the workings of Parliament and how the Assurances Committee of Parliament works, kindly explain to us what you do and how come an opposition MP is the one who chairs this committee?
Well, the Assurance Committee is one of the committees in Parliament, but this particular committee does not have oversight over a single ministry. It is a committee that is responsible for all the ministries. But even now, the mandate of the committee has been expanded, and so we can now even invite CEOs or directors of state institutions to appear before the committee. What the committee does is, when ministers appear before the House and make promises or make assurances before members of Parliament, let's say Honorable Chiwete, I file a question on a road in my constituency, then the road minister appears before the plenary. Then I ask the minister to tell me when they are going to work on my road. Then the road minister tells the plenary that I'm giving you 2 months. In 2 months' time, the road work will be completed. So it is the duty of the Assurance Committee to note it down. Then let's say if a president goes to my constituency, is going to construct a dam, then because I cannot invite the president to appear before the committee or before the House, I can file a question directed to the minister responsible for the dam. Then the minister appears. I ask the minister when that dam will be delivered. If the minister makes a promise and gives a deadline, upon the deadline, if the dam is not constructed, then the Government Assurance Committee will gather all the assurances made by different ministers. Then the ministers appear before the Assurance Committee. The Assurance Committee will find out from the ministers whether those promises that they made before the members of Parliament have been delivered. If the promises have been delivered, fine. But if they are not, then the Assurances Committee would ask the minister to further give reasons why the assurances have not been delivered. The committee also has a mandate to go on site to ascertain whether what the minister has said before the committee is true. And so the committee in general is to ensure that assurances and promises made by government ministers are worked on or are delivered. So we sort of follow ministers to ensure that they work to satisfy the people of Ghana.
I see. So how come an opposition MP is the one chairing this? This is quite different from what we know, apart from the Public Accounts Committee and the Subsidiary Legislation Committee. Well,
the Speaker and then members of Parliament realize that if we have a member from the ruling government or the ruling party chairing the committee, it becomes difficult for that chairman to be firm on issues. It becomes very difficult for the chairman to probably be firm on ministers when they appear before the committee, because some of the chairmen are likely to think that, oh, we are in the same party, we are in the same government, and so why should I be that hard on the minister? And so when the committee was chaired by the ruling party, it was quite difficult. Though committee members are aware that we are not supposed to be partisan. In fact, the Government Assurance Committee, we are not supposed to be partisan. We are supposed to work in the interest of the people. And so, Parliament thought it wise that no, let's let an opposition member chair the committee, and that is what will make it effective. Elsewhere, that is what is done. In India, for instance, they have a very strong committee of assurances. In Kenya, same. So all the parliaments that have committees of assurances working very well, they have the opposition chairing. And so that's why in Ghana, we also decided that we should have an opposition member chairing the committee, just to make it more effective.
I see. So the committee essentially holds the ministers or the government officials to their word. That's a very important one. So talk to us about what occasion the banter we saw today, or we just heard happened in Parliament today.
Oh, it was just some simple issue. The chairman of the committee just wanted a straight answer from the minister, but the minister also did not want to go that straight, because probably he felt that if he should accept that fact, it will look like his government is not working or something. If not, it was not supposed to generate any challenges or any debate or something. It was just supposed. The chairman actually expected a straightforward answer from the minister, but the minister thought otherwise. But we got it resolved. We had to call for a 5-minute break. We went and we got issues resolved, and we came back and continued with the work.
So what assurance did you get from the minister in respect of the housing units which have not been completed in the flood-ravaged areas?
Like I indicated, chairman and some of us felt the government has not been proactive. Government has delayed so much because it should not take government a year or more to get houses for people who were affected. Look, your own organization, City, now ChannelOne TV and City TV, it took you less than 2 months also to get some projects completed for the people to live in. And so why should a government that is controlling the pest take more than half a year to do feasibility studies? As it stands now, they are even yet to visit site and then tell us when they are starting work. The 105, or is it no 115, 115 that they have started. We demanded to know the level of work in terms of percentage. The minister couldn't tell us. Then the 1,010 that they are thinking about starting, that one, we are not even sure when they are starting it. And so the minister said 2 weeks from today, he will be visiting site with the regional minister and their engineers. And so the chairman gave him 3 days after their visit to brief the committee or to give the committee a report. And so we are yet to get a report to know when exactly they're going to start work. And let me assure you that the committee is going to be very diligent. We're going to follow up to ensure that the work is done. It's unfortunate that we are in election year and probably after a month, members are likely to be very busy in their constituencies. But we will make time to follow up because the people that are affected by this flood must also have their share of the national cake.
I see. So how is your sitting like? Can you just sit in term time or you have to sit when Parliament is on recess? Can you just quickly put yourselves together and call a minister or a public official to appear before you, or you have specific times like how the Public Accounts Committee does its work?
Oh, we don't have specific times. Anytime we think that we need to invite ministers, we do. What happens is that we have a committee of Parliament, we have the clerks. Some of the members and some clerks are dedicated to carrying out assurances and then promises or whatever. And so when we think that we have enough and then there's time for us to invite ministers, the clerk writes to the ministers, then they give us dates and we convene a meeting. We can sit during recess like we are doing today. Parliament is on recess, but we chose to come back to use these 5 days to sit. And so Parliament in session, we can sit. If you are on recess, we can call members together to come and have a meeting. So it really depends. And like I said, we also have site verification. We can choose to also do that whilst Parliament is on recess or Parliament is sitting. And so we don't have specific time for sitting.
I see. So in respect of this flood, housing units for flood victims in the areas, what approach are you taking? Are you going to visit the site to ascertain for yourself the level of work done so far, or you will sit and wait for the minister to come back with a report in 2 weeks' time?
No, we are not going to go there immediately. The minister has already assured us in 2 weeks' time they'll be going. And so when they go there and get the report to the clerk, members will go through the report. And if chairman thinks that we should do a verification visit, we write to the ministry and then we do the verification visit.
Very well. Thank you so much, Honorable Andrew Dari Chiwete, Member of Parliament for Solar Tuna Kaba, and also a member of the Assurances Committee of Parliament. Your messages, let me read some of your messages that have been